said, what are you taking me to? I go to a Magnificat meal, and I was blown away. All these women love the Lord. All these women suddenly are praising God out loud. And I said, whatever they have, I want. We are carrying forward the ministry of our Blessed Mother, capturing the Magnificat moment just as Mary rushed to her cousin Elizabeth during her pregnancy. In fact, our mission statement is, Magnificat exists to evangelize and to encourage Catholic women to grow in holiness through opening more fully to the power and the gifts of the Holy Spirit.
By our baptism, each one of us has been commissioned to spread the good news. A group of about 8 to 12 women started meeting on Wednesday morning at Marilyn Quirk's home. 8 to 12 ended up to be 20 and 40 and 60 people meeting at her home on Wednesday mornings for prayer. Well, these women in this process became more and more in love with the church and with the Lord. So it happened that leadership from that Wednesday morning, they were encouraged by Father Cohen to reach out to other prayer groups that started to pop up as well. And so now we have like 30-some, 40-some prayer groups. And so the idea was, let's reach out and see how the Lord is talking with them and what He's placing on their hearts and how to support one another. So that's exactly what happened.
You were each called by name. You were guided here by the Holy Spirit, and He has great plans for the future Magnificat chapters. And how do we accomplish that mission? In the words of Our Lady's Magnificat, my soul proclaims, we speak of the wonders God has done in our lives, and we praise the greatness of the Lord.
It's been inspiring. It's been amazing to be in a room with hundreds and hundreds of women, all focused on the Lord, all looking for Him.
And in John 2, Our Lady so wisely advised us at Cana, do whatever He tells you, and I assure you, you will not regret it.
Through Magnificat's meal and other ministries, which we have established relationships. Another way is by dividing the world into regions. You are looking at a map that shows the 10 regions of Magnificat. By dividing this way, the ministry is better set up to serve the needs of each local chapter. Magnificat has specific objectives. Magnificat objectives are to live out the mystery of Mary's visit to Elizabeth, help Catholic women open more to the Holy Spirit through a deeper commitment of their lives to Jesus as Lord, and to impart the Holy Spirit to one another by their love, service, and sharing. Provide opportunities which foster growth in holiness. Sponsor the Magnificat meal, the essential function of Magnificat, and imitate Mary through spiritual adoption of priests and seminarians.
So when I found Magnificat, it just answered what I was looking for. It was powerfully in the Holy Spirit, and yet the Marian devotion, and it opened up the whole Mary and Elizabeth conversation to me about how God affirms us, like He affirmed Mary by Elizabeth.
They are all welcome. Mm-hmm. Even if they've fallen away Catholic, even if they're not Catholic, they are all welcome to Magnificat ministry, and especially to experience our meal.
We know the meals are powerful and that thousands of lives have been impacted over the years. Revelations 12:11 tells us they conquered him, the devil, by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Do not underestimate the importance and significance of Magnificat in people's lives. I always love when people have told me in the past, you can't describe Magnificat. You have to experience it. And it's a gift we give ourselves as well.
The primary expression of the ministry is the Magnificat meal, a prayer meal where the focus is to nourish souls. From the moment you walk in the door and are greeted by spirit-filled greeters and brought to a table where you will have a welcoming hostess to guide each of you through the Magnificat experience. There are also a multitude of gifts evident at each meal: praise and worship, praying and singing in the Spirit, and personal prayer ministry. We have said it takes a dedicated group to operate a chapter, but it is much larger than one chapter. The Central Service Team, the CST, is the governing body for Magnificat. They're focused on the whole ministry. There are regional reps and regional teams that work with existing chapters in their assigned regions, as well as with those who are interested in forming a chapter. New chapters are not all on their own. There is a support system to help every step of the way. The Magnificat Handbook is a treasure trove of information that you will need to know about the ministry.
Magnificat has proclaimed the greatness of the Lord for over 40 years. May it continue to magnify the Lord.